Unfortunately, the music video, there were a few production problems with the music video, so I'll tell you what happened there. Basically, I wrote that song, like it came to me in that yoga class, so that's literally what happened. And then I went to college, I started studying music performance, and I used that song as my composition song, and I played it in class. I was nervous about how people would react, but the kids there, I'm a mature age student, but half the class is straight out of high school, and they loved it. They were like, oh, that's great, really relate to that. So then I used it as my performance song. We played it in performance, and then we did a show where this was the final song of our act. And again, the other people in the class were like, oh, let's put Graham's song last because I'll just wrap it up really well. So that was great. And then I also made a demo recording of it in a studio class where you record a demo, and then I did another intensive course where I re-recorded the whole thing. The demo was like, it just gives you an idea what the song is like, but it's not radio quality. So I went and re-recorded the whole thing, and then I thought, okay, the next step is to make a music video. One of the other students had said there's a music video class. I've finished Certificate 3 in music performance, as you can see, but I'm now doing a diploma of music performance, and the make a music video class is in the advanced diploma, which I wouldn't normally start for another 12 months. But I was really excited about it. I was like, oh yeah, get this song out, really want to make a music video. So I talked to another student, and she gave me a lot of information about how the class worked, and I thought, yeah, I need to get myself into this subject. And so I thought, oh well, if you don't ask, you don't get, so, you know, seek and you should find. I don't know, I'm running with biblical analogies, but so I went to the head teacher and said, look, I've got this song and like it's ready to go, and I really want to go make a music video for it now. I understand there's a make a music video class, and is there any way that I could get into that? And he's like, and he's American, so he goes, well, you know, it's not part of the diploma course, Graham. It's in the advanced diploma. So look, what we could do, I can make some calls, and we'll see if we can maybe enroll you in the advanced diploma at the same time, but just pick that one subject. So I'll make some calls. So I made some calls, went into his office, made some calls. And he's like, yeah, look, I think we can do this. Yeah, it should be okay. Like, does the timetable work? Because the class is on like Wednesday morning. I was like, oh, no, I checked my timetable. I had a class Wednesday morning. I was like, look, I'll go talk to the other teacher for that class, and I'll see what we can do. So I went and talked to the other teacher, and he was like, well, yeah, you know, he's not very helpful, that teacher. So I was like, all right, well, we'll see what happens. And then they shifted the class. They moved music video to Thursday morning. So I no longer had a timetable clash. I was like, oh, great. So I went back to the head teacher and said, oh, look, the timetable clash is resolved, so we're all good, right? Like, and he was like, oh, look, Graham, there's 3 other streams that all do that one class, so it's really full. I'm sorry, but, you know, there's just going to be too many students in the class, you know? And I was like, oh, no. Like, he had said yes, but then he'd said no. So I was like, well, again, where do you want to put your energy, right? So I'll go with the energy of the yes. And I was like, well, I was kind of getting used to obstacles by this stage and trying to work out how to get around them. So I was like, well, what if I could just sit in on the class, and like maybe one of other students might like to make a music video for my song, because not every student in the class is going to have a song, right? Like, some of them are not songwriters. And he was like, oh yeah, look, I don't know. So he didn't really say yes, but he didn't really say no. So I thought, well, we've got a yes, a no, and a maybe, so I'll go with a yes. So I just started turning up for the class. And figured, well, I'll sort out the enrollment stuff later. And in the first class, the teacher started teaching us how to make a music video on iPads and iPhones and stuff. Like, it's quite technically feasible now. And they said, has anyone got a song ready to go? And I was like, yep, I got a song, perfect, it's totally ready to go. I'm just getting it mixed at the moment. I'll have it mastered by next week. Like, the whole thing's just about ready. I've already got a demo mix I can show you, you can listen to. And they were like, great. So I told them the concept of the song, angry punk song that came to me in a yoga class. They were like, oh, that sounds great. So the teachers were totally on board. Like, they just loved the idea, making an angry video. And they started talking the song up and saying, oh, this is a great song. It's going to be like, you know, so many people will relate. It's like an anthem for a generation. You know, this really speaks about the world today. And like, you know, and one of them was walking through that tent city, the homeless tent city in Martin Place was there at the time. He worked at Parliament House in a second job. So he would walk through there. He started shooting video footage of the tents and stuff and just the whole concept. And I'm like, you guys haven't heard the song yet. So I was like, oh, geez. But anyway, I'm getting used to just going out on a limb here. So then I got the song mastered and I sent them the mastered version and they heard it and they thought it was great. They were really excited. So we got and they started shooting me, they're filming me in class playing the song and the other students doing backing vocals and stuff and all this stuff. And it was starting to take on a life of its own because in my head I had this image of different vignettes for different parts of the song, kind of illustrating them. And even there's a line about my parents having cancer, which was true. They're all okay now, so it's okay. But at the time, not happy. So now they've recovered, I went around to my parents' place and said, hey, look, I've written this song and there's a line in there about you guys having cancer, like, would you like to be in the music video? And unfortunately they got a sense of humour, so they were like, yeah, okay. So I went around with my video camera and some lights and yeah, I filmed Mum and Dad sitting on the lounge next to me singing that bit of the song. And then I took it into filmmaking class and we were going to drop it into the video and all this, everything was just going ballistic. And then we had a brainstorming session and the teachers were like, look, I'm studying at Ultimo and Randwick TAFE also has a video production set up and they had a studio there that already had a set built that looks like a bachelor pad that would be perfect for the song, the teachers reckon. So they're like, we could get you in there playing the song and that can be the backdrop, then we can intercut all these other scenes with that. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that sounds cool. So they sent out an email to everyone on their class list saying, this Thursday, don't go to Ultimo, turn up to Randwick, we're going to shoot Graham's music video. It's going to be awesome. There's a list of all the things that we're going to need. And I was like, all right, cool, it's really coming together, cool. Then Wednesday afternoon, I get a phone call from the head teacher. I'm in music business class, so I'm kind of pulled out of class by this phone call. And he's like, Graham, look, it's I won't use his name. It's the head teacher here. And look, I need to know what's going on with this music video because there's students outside my class, they're talking about it, outside my office talking about it. And like, I really don't like the direction this thing seems to be going in. Like, what is it you're doing there? And like, I'm like, oh, well, look, yeah, look, we've been working on, you know, the teachers have been teaching us making music video. They're just using my song as an example, really. And so, yeah, this Thursday we're going to go down to Randwick and shoot some of me playing. But what exactly is in the song or what's in this video? Because I've got people talking about like burning Bibles and sex slaves and like, I was like, oh, because there's a line in there about God, and I'm like, yeah, look, this is my belief, so I didn't want to disrespect anyone. I did say in class, I said to him, I did explicitly say in class, I don't want any burning Bibles. But then that's a bit of a red flag in itself, if I had to say that. And when I was in the class doing the brainstorming, there was this cute girl on my left, and I turned to her and said, do you want to play a sex slave in the music video? Just half joking. And she goes, well, I'm under 18. And I was like, oh, that'd be perfect, you know. I was just kind of running with anything at that stage. Anything's possible, you know, when you put your mind to it, all that sort of positive thinking stuff. Well, the head teacher didn't really buy into all that, and he was very concerned. So he's like, look, I'm going to have to pull the plug on this project because, like, you can't do this, Graham. Like, people are going to lose their jobs over this. This is TAFE, man. You can't just go making videos like this, man. Like, so I was like, oh, no. I'm thinking, oh, no, I don't. Like, I really respected the teachers, and they were so on board with what I was interested in doing, and I was so excited. I think their passion, we all just got swept away with the passion of the thing. I didn't want anyone to lose their jobs. I said, you know, oh, look, what should I do? Like, shoot. And he's like, well, I'm going to have to can this project, and, you know, Thursday you can't do this shoot. Like, it's not going to work. And, like, I'm like, oh, no. I said, do you think I should, like, just withdraw from the class? He's like, well, Graham, you're not actually enrolled in the subject. So you can't just, like, I was like, yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. So I felt like I'd been, like, sent to the principal. Like, I felt like I was in a lot of trouble, because I was. So I was like, all right, got to go into damage control. But I hadn't heard from the teachers, and I didn't want to let the teachers down. So the next day, on the Thursday, when we were due to do the shoot, I thought I'd better go to Randwick TAFE and turn up, just because I don't want to let anyone down, you know. They've been really supportive, and I don't want anything bad for them. So I turn up there, and there's nobody there. It's just me. And I had the mobile number of one of the teachers, so I rang him and said, look, I'm at Randwick, there's no one here. And he's like, yeah, look, there's a bit of a problem. We've had to change plans, so could you just come to Ultimo and I'll explain it when you get here. So I was like, oh, okay. So, you know, I knew what had happened. And what had happened was the head teacher had sent an email to everyone enrolled in the subject saying, don't go to Randwick this Thursday, go to Ultimo. Because I'm not enrolled in the subject, I didn't get the email, so that's why I went to Randwick. So I turned up at Ultimo an hour late, and I was very apologetic, and anyway, they were working on everyone's music video now rather than just mine. And at the end, I stayed behind and apologised to the teacher for the stress that my involvement in the class had caused. So look, we might still make the music video, but it's not going to be a TAFE project because the song is just a bit too edgy. It's a bit too edgy. You know, the world's not fully ready for government sponsoring a song with a music video like that, I think. And I don't want people to lose their jobs, so yeah. That was a bit of fun. But anyway, got a single out. You can buy it if you want. It's on iTunes. You can stream it on Spotify. I get like 0.0006% or something each time somebody plays it. And when you're angry, it's a good thing.